Let's talk Turkey. Today we are taking you behind the scenes about all of our frustrations, the fact that this trip was doomed before we even left the house. So hang with us, we've got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of travel, a lot of mishaps, but I don't know, just go ahead and watch.
Okay, as she said, this trip seemed doomed from the get-go. Keep in mind, we planned this 2 months in advance. Even talked to the dental place that we were gonna do this, because this trip was conveniently wrapped in a dental package. That's why we were going initially, to get stuff done for my teeth so I can eat. At the same time, we were gonna film for you guys so you can see. 2 months in advance, thousands and thousands of WhatsApp messages and texts and emails back and forth. And the day finally gets to the point where all we have to do is we gotta find the sitter for the dog, which we had and then lost and had to find another one, and get to the airport. That's the start. So let's fast forward to the fact that the delayed flight thing first.
We were all set. We had our Uber coming to pick us up at our designated time. We had done that like at least a couple days in advance, had that scheduled. This way, we had no issues, nothing to worry about. We can just walk out of the house.
That's true. I actually didn't know that you could schedule an Uber days in advance. That was different, because I was like, wait, what? So, just so you know, you can make a reservation to get your Uber for whatever day. I didn't know that. She knew that. So, okay, go ahead.
Right. I was just trying to cover all bases. And so, once we found out that our flight was delayed, fairly easy to correct that issue. You know, just was able to change the Uber fairly easily on the app. So we got that all ready. We had someone here to take care of the dog while we were gone, because that was essential, and the cats. When that fell through, that was another hurdle we had to jump through.
That was like a day before.
It was the day of.
Oh, the day of.
It was the day of. So you can imagine that's a little bit stressful.
So yeah, we had to put out that fire.
So we were on the phone calling sitters and going on different apps, and it was.
Thank you to Gabby because she was a sitter before, but thank you to Gabby. She's the best dog sitter you can get. If you need her information, let us know right in the comment below. We'll let you know.
Literally amazing. She's like the dog whisperer.
So we got Enzo, our dog, taken care of finally. I think we were packed by that point.
Yeah, our bags were ready.
Weighing the bags or whatever, at the scale at home, because you know how the airports are. They're just gonna get you one way or another. Even when we got there, we had to move things around. It was kind of weird, but all right. So
you always have to, because your scale is never gonna match what theirs are.
We got the dog taken care of. We got to the airport. After shoveling things from one bag to the other and putting it on their scale, because you can do that. I didn't know. They have a scale to the side. You go there and you could actually weigh. Finally got that done, so where the bags matched, we had to sit on some to close them, but whatever. Yeah. And keep in mind, we have carry-on bags. Mine was like, it was like 50 pounds, but it was fine. And then
we ended up going on the plane with more than we intended to, just because we had to meet the weight requirement. The weight requirements. So we didn't have to pay more money than we're already paying.
Way more. So look, this trip is like over 6,500 miles and 13 hours on a plane.
That alone is stressful, without throwing anything else into the mix.
It was insane. But I think our stops didn't matter. Our stops were okay. Once the plane got off the ground, I was kind of breathing a little bit easy. Our stops were fine, for all I know. The food was okay.
It was airline food. What are you going to expect?
After a while, you've seen all the movies. You just try to catch something. You try to sleep. You do what you can. It was good. It wasn't good. It was average. A little below average, but it was average.
It was watching movies and sleeping in and out of the movie.
Yeah, it's just, it's background noise. It's better than hearing the engine or the kid crying 2 seats up from you, or, that kind of thing, but it was fine. Finally, when we land in Turkey, how they call it. Another hurdle.
Yeah. We walked back and forth. Okay, Istanbul airport is like one of the largest airports.
Yeah, it's huge.
And of course, we don't know the language. So we're trying to communicate that we don't know where our bags are. So we talked to at least 3 or 4 different people. And they all kept directing us from one end of the airport to the other end of the airport. So for at least 30 minutes, we're trying to locate where our luggage is, going back and forth, back and forth.
30 minutes and 10,000 steps. Just
Yeah.
over and over again.
Only to find, guess what? That it wasn't even there. So, yeah.
That was interesting because we had somebody meeting us at the airport. Now, keep in mind, we did all this because I was supposed to get my teeth fixed. These lovely things that never got fixed, but we'll get into that.
Yeah.
So somebody's picking us up at the airport. We don't have luggage. We have the
Nothing.
bags that we have on us. I had the camera bag, and you had your carry-on and another purse.
Yeah, but nothing of like any essentials that you would actually need, like to go home and to go to the hotel and brush your teeth.
No,
Nothing.
none of that. So did we talk to somebody then? Yeah, we went to the place and filed that our luggage isn't here. You know, and there's like, oh, it's probably on the next flight. It'll be in at
10 or 11.
10 or 11. But it wasn't 8 when we got there, right? 7
It was
or 8?
it was like 8 o'clock, I think.
All right, so now in our mind, we're like, okay, we're in Istanbul. We have nothing but what's on our back. We have to go meet this guy that's going to take us to our hotel. Don't know how far the hotel is from the airport. Then at some point, we got to figure out to drive back to the airport, get back to the airport to pick up our luggage so we can actually have things to wear, brush our teeth, normal things that you probably take for granted and that now I realize you shouldn't.
Yes, they said, oh, don't worry. When it comes in tonight, we'll have someone send it over to your hotel tomorrow morning. Mind you, the reason why we were there in the first place was because that next morning, we had to be ready for the dental clinic to pick us up for his initial appointment, his consultation. We had no clothes to change into. We have been on an airplane for, the first one was, I think, 11 hours, and the second one was another 3 hours. We have not eaten properly. We have not slept properly. We have not showered. We had nothing. That was not okay. That was a bad situation. More stress.
Yeah, it was horrible. And then even when we met the driver, who was fine. And by the way, they convert vans into like these limousine type things. So I'm just gonna let you know, that was kind of cool. I like not having to drive. I like being chauffeured around at that point. But also didn't understand English well. So we're asking him, oh, we need to come back. How do we come back to the airport and stuff like that? And I think he was just nodding like he knew what I was talking about, trying to get us into the van so he could take us to the hotel and drop us off and be done with us stupid Americans.
His job was to pick us up, drop us off, and be done. And we're trying to figure out how we get back to the airport again. He wasn't having it. He didn't care. He's like, I'm doing my job to get you to the hotel, and I'm done.
Yeah, his job was from A to B. He ain't got nothing to do with C. So he gets us to the hotel. Now, keep in mind, we reserved. We had a choice between Holiday Inn and the Point something.
The Point.
Yeah, it was called the Point. And it was supposed to be some tech-forward hotel. We have Holiday Inn here, so we figured, let's go to the Point. So the Point was in like the financial district, I guess, of Istanbul. So not in the crux of everything, but close enough. And it was okay. It was a nice hotel. There was one guy there that spoke English enough, able to kind of help or guide us back to the fact that we needed to go back to the airport to get our luggage.
He at least was able to assist us getting a taxi.
Yeah, so we did that. And now keep in mind, at the hotel, we get to the hotel.
We're like, fine, we're here. Let's just go see what our room looks like.
Now, I don't know if you watched the video, but this is a couple, and this is in 2026. So we're not talking about 1960s where you watch things like My Three Dads or whatever,
I Love Lucy.
and they sleep in separate beds. We get to the room, nice room, 2 twin beds. Not two queens or 2 double beds, twin beds. As in, it would have been easier to make it a bunk bed. We'd have had more room. Make it a bunk bed, we could have done s'mores in the middle and played Twister on the other side. All right, it was like a child's room.
And bolted. Everything was bolted to the ground. So it wasn't like we could move the nightstand in the middle away. It was bolted. And like, I think the headboards were like connected to the wall.
Yeah, everything was like,
It's like, oh, well, why don't we just push them together for the night? No, that wasn't an option.
Now, I will say, I like the view, and the room was okay. It
was a nice room.
The double bed. So now we are dealing with already tired, and because before we even got on the damn plane from the States, we already had to put fires out. So we're already working to overcome this huge catastrophe of this trip that we're trying to get to, just for one little thing to fix my teeth.
Yeah.
So we put those fires out. The flight was delayed. We get on the flight finally. Luggage not arriving. Lost in translation. Get to the hotel, double beds. Okay, 7 things already. We have just gotten there. It's 9, and the hotel was like 40 minutes away from the airport, which also awesome.
Yeah.
So we
got an awesome taxi driver.
Well, we complained about the room first. We said we need a better room, and he said, "Oh, maybe tomorrow." Talk to the people down, at the front desk tomorrow, and they'll get it squared away. And that was a good hotel guy. And he was also found us a taxi driver, which was really cool. So now we've checked into a room we don't want.
With no luggage.
With no luggage that we do want. And we have to go back to the airport, which we don't want to do.
Yeah.
To get clothes that we need. So, the hotel guy finds us a taxi driver. Cool. Everything's cool. Taxi driver was cool. I can't remember his name. He told us his name. I don't remember his name.
He was funny.
Drove really quick.
Yeah. That was what's so great about him.
He turned like 40 minutes into like 25 maybe. He's like on it. And then in his broken English, he told us, we're going to drop you off here, run down there, get your luggage, and I'll meet you back here.
Sounds simple. It was not.
Oh, keep in mind, I forgot to tell you. Okay, so I have a hoodie. Do we have a jacket yet? I don't think we have a jacket.
No, our jackets were packed, and it was freezing.
When I say freezing, I'm talking... no, Siberia would be a little bit too much. Let's
That's
say
an exaggeration.
Canada in the winter. It was cold, man.
It was cold.
And I have a hoodie. And
a thin hoodie.
You didn't even have... Did you have a hoodie?
I had a hoodie. It was a thin hoodie, though.
My ears were numb. My head was numb. My fingers were gone. We get back to the hotel. We rush it. So first of all, we try to go in one way, and they say we can't go in that way.
Well, he drops us off at this, I think it was like number 5.
Yeah.
So we go in, and apparently it's only a VIP entrance, so like, first class and other specialty things. So we had to go back around, back downstairs, and then we find an entrance to go to, the same entrance that we exited from when we first arrived, only to be met with security, full,
with an AR-15
in my face. You can't come in here. I was like, oh God, can this get any better?
What the hell do you think we're gonna do? Okay.
Bulletproof vest, all decked out, and his piece, like, armed and ready, like, okay.
So again, G.I. Joe sent us back down another way. All right, so we finally get inside.
I think we racked up another at least 5,000 steps.
Yeah, that's just going back to the airport. So, okay, so we have to go down a little bit more to go into the entrance to get inside the airport so we're not freezing. When we get in there, there's a courtesy phone that we have to call.
Right.
Because we can't go back. So we have to call the courtesy phone. Someone has to come out and meet us and take us back there to see if our luggage is there.
That whole experience was a little sketchy.
Not that our luggage is there, to see if our luggage is there. So we call this phone number and we wait.
And waited.
He said, oh, we'll be there in 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
15 minutes passes. We call again and we wait. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? So finally, after another 10 minutes, somebody comes out, takes us back through the cuts of the airport, back to this room where we see our luggage, thank God. And, then we have to fill out paperwork. Oh, you have your luggage, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, fine. We have to leave our passports.
That was what felt kind of sketchy, because we go through another security, like in the back.
Yeah.
And he takes our passports, which I understand, and then does something and speaks something that we can't understand to somebody else and says, okay, puts them here, and he says, come with me. And I'm like,
whoa. Yeah.
I'm like,
you leave the
what?
passports. Okay, if you check passports, okay, check them and put them in your pocket. Don't leave them on a desk in the middle of, airport 1, airport 2. Don't leave them there. Because, these people sitting on the desk don't really care. They didn't care.
Yeah, I was having images of like the movie Taken and...
The desk security guard was busy watching SpongeBob. He didn't even know we left the shit there. All right, so anyway, we get back there, we get our luggage, and we're coming back, and we get our passports.
Yeah, still sitting there, thank God.
Now, we have our passports, we have our suitcases, we're good. Now it's time to go meet our friend, the taxi driver.
Who waited for us, which was great.
Yeah, he just circled the airport the whole time. Mm-hmm. And by the way, he's WhatsApping me and texting me in broken English, how long? And then he called the WhatsApp. I said, hello? He said something. And I said, okay, 10 minutes. 10 minutes? 10 minutes. Okay, we'll meet you at number 5. Number 5, 10 minutes. Yes. We went through this about 3 or 4 times. Then we go to number 5. I said, upstairs or downstairs? 10 minutes? So I don't know. We are going up and down. We're waiting out in the cold, the freezing cold. We're looking at every taxi that drove by, and we don't see him.
We just ended up going back to where he dropped us off, hoping that he would, say, okay, that's the meeting spot.
And he did.
Yeah, eventually.
He passed the meeting spot. He passed us. And then when he noticed he passed us, because it's a one-way street, it is Turkey. I will explain this to you. He passed us. It was a one-way street. Instead of having to circle back around, it was a lot easier for him to stop and reverse.
He just backed up.
Yeah,
this is
all
an
the way.
airport.
And I was like,
can you imagine
not
JFK? Where am I?
Yeah,
LAX.
you can tell where she's from. Same situation. Same situation. It's just as crazy, but yes. So finally, we get in the car. It is freezing. He turns on the heat. We're all good, and he's rushing us back to the hotel again, to a room that we don't like, but we have stuff now. So that's 1 checked off. That's how there's only 6 things that are really impeding us relaxing.
Fortunately, through the travel, the bad experiences, all the stress, we were exhausted. So the 2 of us climbed into a twin bed and passed out.
Which I don't remember. I have no recollection of how we slept. I have no recollection of how long we slept.
I don't think we moved.
I just know.
There was no space to move.
I woke up and I was like, oh. And I guess we had to get ready. Oh, the hotel did serve breakfast. That was...
Breakfast, the first breakfast was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was all the way on the top floor. You get the grand view and everything like that. It was great. But we had to be ready because Dent Spa, remember that name.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Was going to pick us up at 9. Was it 9?
It was 9 o'clock. No,
So,
mind
yeah.
you, we didn't go to sleep. We've lost a day with travel.
Yeah.
We didn't go to sleep till probably close to 2 between, going back and forth to the airport and getting our stuff and all the mishaps and everything. So
It was like 6 a.m. when we got up? Or was it 7? I don't know. We had
Maybe
enough
7,
time.
I
We
don't
had to
know.
get the time to eat or whatever.
yeah, it was important to eat
Yeah.
and get ourselves together. But we were tired.
Which I don't know if it was the food was good or if it was just better than the airline food.
It was better than the airline food.
So I'm on the fence about that because the other days they weren't good. To the point where I didn't want to eat that. Anyway, we didn't forget to tell you that when we got there with no luggage and everything, we did have to go because she needed a hairbrush. So we got to walk around the area a little bit. It was cold. It was weird. but you'll see the video. Anyway, so.
Yeah, and the funny part about that is, like, I was 99% sure that I did not pack my hairbrush. So we're walked just like a couple blocks away from the hotel, and there was a beauty supply store. So I had no idea how much I was paying for it. I just picked up whatever looked like the least expensive, brought it to the register. But anyway, come to find out, when we actually did get our luggage, I had my hairbrush. So now I had an extra hairbrushing comb.
But we did get to go, because we did have to get something to eat later on that night. So we stopped at a place. This guy was great. I think we went back to this guy like 2 or 3 times to get other food.
Yeah.
But he was cool.
Good.
He was great. Also broken English, but he was like over the top with it. I thought it was cool.
It was like, going to a friend's house and like their mom is like, oh, come on in and let me get you something to eat and sit down. I'll get you some tea. That was the vibe, which was really nice.
In Turkey, it for the most part, is not very expensive. So you can get food. It's cool. It was Turkish fast food, but
they're big on street food.
Still food, right? So anyway, fast forward. We're getting behind. So we jump forward. Dense Spa comes and picks us up, so I can get the initial appointment to get these things yanked and fixed. Where do I begin? Everything that I had discussed with them prior to me going did not pan out like they said. We talked to other people who are also from the States that came to get this done. Didn't pan out for them either, because they quoted one price and then they jack up the price.
And their MO is to bring you back afterwards.
Right.
And to consult, to come up with some kind of compromise that will work for both of you. Because they know we're Americans. These other people are Americans with the same situation. They come, you're stuck. You just spent all this money, and they jacked up the prices 2 to 3 times the amount of what you expected.
Well, because they figure all Americans are rich. We're not rich. So they figured, we'll just say it's this price, and when you get here, like for instance, my price was like at $4,000 or whatever, maybe 5 tops, 6 including the airfare. When I get there, after their consultation, it was 24,000 American dollars.
I think it might have been more than that.
That's 4 times what I was quoted. 4 times. I can understand maybe, it might be 10. Okay. 24 grand? Come on, guys. That's, no, and that's wrong. But everybody went to the same thing. Oh, here's the concept. Let's go in here and talk and work out a deal. So they get you there. Like, I don't know what they're thinking. Oh, they're trapped. I wasn't trapped.
Negotiations.
There is no negotiation. When I just said no, So, and at that time when they started pulling that stuff, I called another dental place because I was already ready to roll. I got so angry, I walked out. And that brings us to this, I can't call it a B word because this is kind of a PG channel, but you could fill in the dot. Oh, I'll say this. This B period, I period, well, I have an itch, decided to harass somebody, because I walked out, and she ain't gonna get in front of me. She gets in front of Samantha, following her as if she stole something. Let me break this down to you. We paid for everything. If I walk out, the one thing they should have to do is give me a refund. So I don't know what she's following Samantha around for, saying, "Oh, well, you have to do this." I don't have to do a damn thing. I don't know who this lady thinks she is. They tried to brush it off and said, "Oh, she was just caring about your well-being." No, she just cared about her own well-being. Because in my mind, I was like, Samantha can knock her out. I don't care. I didn't really care. At that point, I was done. So, I mean, you can tell the story, but she had to calm me down. She
wasn't like a large woman. I mean, I'm particularly small, so she was taller than me, but she was a small woman. But she was like, we have to, take care of the matter of the hotel and the transportation and the consultation. Like, well, we've already put money into this, and no one even said yes or no to anything. Mm-mm. So you're kind of jumping the gun here. She said, well, you can't leave. I'm like, excuse me, my husband left, and I need to go talk to my husband to see if he's okay. This has nothing to do about you, the doctors here, the clinic, the procedure. I'm going to check on my husband because he's obviously upset about what's going on here. Oh no, you can. She was posturing herself and positioning herself in a way that I couldn't get around her, like we were playing some kind of like football or something. So finally, I tell her I'm going downstairs. She's like, "Oh, I'm going to come with you." So she hops onto the elevator, and I just looked at her and I said, "You know what? I'm going down to see how my husband's feeling. I'm going down to diffuse a situation that could be very volatile. I advise that you stay in the elevator and go back upstairs because I am only going to be a mediator to such a point that I won't be able to control what comes out of his mouth." At that point, she backed off and she said, "I'm going to go back upstairs." I said, "That's fine. I'm not abandoning you. We're not leaving. We haven't made any decisions."
First of all, we don't owe her anything.
No, we don't. We could have just left. But the whole situation left such a bad taste in our mouth.
Yeah, I at that point I was done. Now, again, they pulled us into another room. First of all, for all of you at Dent Spa, when you tell somebody it'll be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it may be, you need to set a timer because you have no idea of the concept of time.
We were there literally all day.
All day. Oh, he'll be in here in 5 minutes. 30 minutes later, he's still not there. And I guess they're sending somebody to diffuse a situation. I don't know what they're thinking, but where I come from, when I smell a rat or a scam or a fraud, you are already, to me, enemy number one. So the only reason that guy was there to try to diffuse the situation and get us to pay money, I wasn't going to do that. We had to leave. And I think he understood that we were to the point where
we were just going to leave.
There was no saving this because he was like, "Oh, she was trying to help." Nah, she wasn't trying to help. If someone's trying to help, you send a nice person to diffuse the situation. You don't send some wildebeest looking you giggly monster down to follow my wife as she's trying to see how I'm doing and to posture herself to get in the way. Are you out of your mind? I don't know where you're coming from, but where I come from, man, that don't work.
Yeah, needless to say, our first experience was not having our luggage, the bad experience with the hotel and the bed situation. Now we're dealing with a very bad dental tourism kind of situation here.
Yeah, and that's a real thing.
And the whole switch and bait, and yeah, there's a dental tourism is huge.
That's a real thing.
That's
People are getting scammed.
It's their bread and butter.
Left and right. So be on the lookout for that. So yeah, that's another thing. So we took one thing away with the luggage and then we added dental spa. Okay.
And keep in mind, if you ever do experience anything like this, there are regulations. Dental tourism is very, very regulated.
Yeah, so if you say this is, they'll be all over them like a fat kid on a cupcake. You understand? They will just, I don't know if they'll shut them down, but they will be fined because it looks bad on the country and on Istanbul in itself. So yeah, they are regulated. Anyway, let's get back to the hotel after we leave Dent Spa. Or Dent Spa. Write that down as a bucket list of where not to go.
I think we got there at 9, or we picked up at 9. I think we got back to the hotel around 4:30.
Yeah, so we put in a full work day. So not only do we not owe them, they owe us. Now I've worked a full day.
Yeah.
So yeah, but anyway, we get back to the hotel, and we have to go back to the room with what should have been bunk beds, so we can put a twister game down on the floor, like we're in summer camp. But something happened. We were filming, coming in after, and
we were ranting about our dental experience outside.
Yeah.
Still had the camera on when we came in and was asking about the room.
Which they said, sorry, we don't have any extra rooms. The entire hotel, 18 floors, by the way, no extra rooms. So how many people are you all scamming here? How many people is Dent Spa scamming?
Probably a lot.
18 floors, at least 7 to 8 rooms on each floor. There's a lot of rooms. There was no room with a bed, a normal bed. So,
Excuse me.
visibly upset, we say, oh, okay. We go upstairs.
With our camera.
With our camera. We're rolling. We take all this. So we go upstairs and we're just complaining. The phone rings, surprisingly.
Like minutes
Yeah.
after we entered our room. Literally minutes.
Surprise, surprise. Oh, it must be our lucky day. We found a room. We're going to move you as soon as you're ready. Before he said, as soon as you're ready, I think he got the R out. And Samantha said, we're ready.
We didn't pack anything. We unpacked, what we needed to get ready that morning.
And then packed it back.
Exactly.
So
So our bags were literally by the door waiting for that call, which we eventually got.
And he said, okay, someone will come up and move you in a minute.
Yeah, that was
10 minutes later, it's fine. I'm just saying, get a stopwatch, do something. You got to lock in on this time thing, guys. So 10 minutes later, he comes up and moves to a room. This room was fine. It had a king bed. It was the same view, just on the other side. It was great. I was happy at that moment. I was happy at that moment until I had the brilliant idea to walk around and see what we can see.
Oh yeah, he said, let's go out and explore because we've been stuck in Denspa all day.
Yeah.
Let's go, and we were hungry, so let's go out and explore the area around our hotel, see what we can find, see what we see,
That
And then-
was,
and show you.
yeah, we showed you some.
That little excursion, I don't know, was it 2 hours?
It was 2.5 hours. Up and down hills. So what you see, when you look over behind the buildings, there's like canyons of houses and apartments and things all in there. It's very strange. It reminds you of San Francisco,
Yeah.
just on a larger scale.
Mm-hmm.
And we got lost walking.
Yeah.
This was,
Tired, hungry, frustrated, and freaking lost.
the worst idea I've ever had in my life. By the way, we found no food. By the time we were, oh wait, I recognize this street. Or we looked over the hill and be like, oh, that's our hotel. We just had to figure out how to get from where we are to that, over the river and through the woods. And then when we finally get there, we're so exhausted. I think we ordered room service.
We ordered room service and it was terrible.
Yeah, it was gross.
Yeah, it was bad. It was probably, I think, worse than the airline food.
Yeah, it was.
At least
But
the
again,
airline food had a little bit of flavor. It was, small portions and, it was in a little tin thing. But it was it was flavorful.
this food had flavor too. It's just like the flavor you didn't want. It's like, when you eat cardboard has a flavor. It's just a flavor that you don't like styrofoam, cardboard, whatever. I'm not a vegetable guy. Brussels sprouts. It's a flavor. You just don't like it. So, but we ate it, we choked it down anyway.
We were
Again,
hungry.
now we are tired for day 2. Not adequate diet, not adequate sleep, and more stressed.
Bigger bed, but still passed out.
Yeah, we passed out. All right, so next day, what did we do?
We decided to get lost at the Grand Bazaar.
Oh
on our
yeah,
own.
we went to the Grand Bazaar. Holy cow.
And we did get lost, but it was more of a fun experience.
What is it with Turkey stressing people out? I understand, because there's like an unwritten rule here with salespeople. It's like, oh, never take no for an answer. Usually take no for an answer. Don't be that guy. But at the Grand Bazaar, they are aggressively making deals with you.
Wait. Can we talk about the transportation, the traffic, and the way these people of Istanbul drive? That was just stressful to begin with. I mean, we had to get let off before we even got to the area of where the Grand Bazaar is because nobody was moving. It was literally just like bottleneck stopped, nobody was moving. So we got out and walked the rest of the way. But the traffic and the way everyone drives there, it's like no one took a driving test.
Think of this.
Nobody learned properly how to drive. It's just,
Istanbul's a big city.
It's a little scary.
It's a big city.
Especially being a pedestrian, you really gotta watch where you're going.
So think of it like this. Istanbul is a lot like LA. So driving to the Grand Bazaar, or being driven to the Grand Bazaar, was kind of like being on the 405 at around 4:30ish. But without traffic laws. So, blinkers are pretty much of a suggestion.
It's a
staying in the
free-for-all.
lane. It just depends on what you're doing at the time. So the traffic of LA, with the driving skills of someplace like Tbilisi, Georgia, I don't know if you guys have been there, but it's rough. Mixed into one with an overcrowded road, we were sitting still for at least, 10, 20 minutes, and they're like, the Grand Bazaar's on the other side. You could just get out here and walk. Uber was saying, get out, because now he's stuck.
Right.
So it was probably more beneficial to us because we didn't have to spend the money to wait. But the Grand Bazaar, great place. It was really cool, great prices. I have no idea how much that stuff is real and not. But extremely aggressive.
Very aggressive, yeah.
They are on a whole nother level.
Some people were cool, were like, no, not right now, or no, thank you, the whole, hand to your heart, thank you, but no. And some people respected that, but more often than not, you had people just coming at you. Not even just waiting for you to approach, but literally coming after you.
Yeah.
Like that one guy with the t-shirts.
Oh.
He was very aggressive.
Yeah.
And talk about sketchy. I was really nervous
His
about this
store
guy.
was in an alley in between Grand Bazaar area. I don't even know where we were. It's like we walked through this alley and it opened up into some place, and we walked up these 2 steps and around the corner. Oh, dude, where are you taking me?
I was a little nervous. I mean, it's not someplace I would have gone alone. I had him
No,
with
you would
me.
have ended up on a milk carton somewhere.
Yeah.
So no.
But even with him, that's how I felt. I was a little scared.
But yeah, I was like, okay. We bought 2 shirts, He was trying to get us to buy more. No.
We did haggle the price down, though.
Yeah, because I figured, what the hell?
You dragged us here, and you wouldn't shut up, and you wouldn't leave us
I didn't
alone.
want one. I didn't want a
No,
shirt.
you didn't.
I was like, I'll put them both back. That's fine. But okay.
At that point, when he said his price, and I said my price, and he said, no, I can't do that. I said, okay, bye.
Because I knew
He
how
said,
to get out.
okay.
I knew how to get out. Don't think you're going to lead me someplace where I'm lost. Dude, I know how to get back out.
Oh, and when we first got there, some other guy, behind me, shut the door.
Yeah.
I was like, I said, it's like, leave it open. I said, yes, you leave that open. I was like, what the hell am I getting into?
I should have told him. I was like, either open a door or people are going to start dying really quick. So, anyway, we get back out and we're like, oh, okay, we take a breath. We do our little commentary. You saw it. We're talking about how people are. And then we decide to take a walk. We start walking some more. We've walked a lot this day. Yeah. And we see across from the Grand Bazaar says Food Street. We're humans. We get hungry. So we figure, let's go get something on Food Street. Food Street is the edible version of Grand Bazaar.
And we showed that in the video. I think it was episode 2. I think it was episode 2.
Was it 2? Yeah.
Yeah. We showed just a fraction of that. When we got there, it was like we were stars, and these were the paparazzi with cards, flyers, people circling us. Come eat, come sit, free tea, free baklava. Just trying to get our butts in a seat so we'll order more food.
It was
very aggressive.
Insane. I don't get it. Needless to say, we didn't stop anywhere because, number one, I needed to get out of that area. And number 2, I was like, I'm really not gonna eat now. They've been pushing it so much. I don't know what they're doing. So we keep walking down the hill, more hills, by the way. Yeah. We see the water, we start walking down toward the water. Now it opens up into a cool little spot down there. Mm-hmm. It parks and, kids playing around. They had other restaurant stuff. Traffic was insane still, because if you had a car down there, you're sitting for a while.
There was no way up.
The whole time we were there, those cars were stuck.
Yeah.
They didn't move at all. So we go down there, and again, somebody's like, oh, we have tea. That's okay.
We already had enough tea.
So we said, you know what? Let's go back. I hate to say it, to our side of town. Like well, we know Turkey. Where we're staying, we had to walk up the hill. It was such a climb. I like to pretend I'm in shape. These hills are killing me. They're killing me. And we finally get up to the fact that we could actually, I think we said we were going to call an Uber. We got halfway up the hill.
We wanted to call an Uber, but there was no way we can call an Uber from down where we were because, number one, they couldn't get there. Number two, if they were already there, they weren't getting out. So, yeah, we had to make the climb to get to level ground so someone can actually get to us.
And you know the steps in Rocky, I think it's in Philadelphia where he runs the steps, okay, we had to walk up steps too, but it was like 4 sets of those. And I was going, okay.
Uneven, mind you.
Like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die in the back roads of Turkey. So we get up to the point where a car can finally get to us, I believe. Mm-hmm. And we just want to go back to the hotel. Now when we get back to the hotel, I think we decided to go out to that guy, the guy that's up the street, to get something to eat. Because I don't.
We did.
Eating.
Yeah, we went to him twice. The first night and then the third night because the second meal from the hotel was so bad. We figured, okay, his food was decent. He was very cordial, very friendly. At least, we'd have somewhat of a good experience.
Yeah. So we did that. So that's night 3. Exhausted again. This is not a vacation. This is a seriously working vacation so far. I was more relaxed at home. So, where are we at? 4?
Yes.
Is it day 4 episode? This is episode 3.
That was episode 2, but now we're talking about episode 3. So, but
when we meet the guide.
Right.
There's, let's just talk about the guide. All right, so there was always some kind of friction, but it's fine. The guide meets us at the hotel at,
I think it was 9.
It was 9.
Or maybe 10.
And he's gonna take us.
I know we were late because we were just so exhausted, we overslept.
And he's gonna take us on the metro, like, the train system, which I don't take the train system here, but why not? Okay, I'll say this. They arrive on time, for the most part. It wasn't a bad trip.
We'll get to the trip back in a minute.
Yeah.
But the trip back was a little insane.
The trip back was insane, but going there wasn't that bad. He gave us a lot of history. You can watch it. And we went to the Asian side of Turkey. So it's split, right? So on one side where we were staying, that's the European side, and on the other side was the Asian side. And on the Asian side we went to Kitakoi,
Kitakoi was the second place. Gusgunchuk, very good.
And Kitakoi was the second portion of it. Both on the Asian side, but it was on the opposite end.
Right, and then took the ferry back to, can you say it? Imenu,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had fun. You see the scenery. Turkey's a beautiful place.
It is beautiful. It's nothing like cool. Yeah, it's nothing like I had thought.
No, if you've watched Taken, no. No. We did not see Liam Neeson running through the streets. No, didn't happen that way. It was actually quite beautiful. The scenery was great. The water was super clean, or super blue. I don't know how clean it was. I didn't go swimming. Jellyfish were in the water everywhere. That was kind of cool. Taking the ferry ride was cool. Cold, but cool. Getting some of the history was cool.
Yeah, he explained a lot about the history and how the state pays for a lot of like all these restaurants and cafes along the water that cost a fortune here in California. Those are all run by the state, so they can only charge a certain amount.
Yeah,
they're
super
reduced.
regulated. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can go and get a meal or go to a cafe on the water for barely anything.
Yeah, which is cool. California, hint, hint, pay attention.
Right. Try to go to Malibu and eat on a budget. Even just getting a coffee, and sitting on the water.
No, if your budget is like $200-$300, that's fine.
Oh, right.
But if you're normal, you're not eating in Malibu. Not on the water.
And the parks there are beautiful, and people use them. You see people having family picnics and playing with kids, and it's very different.
Yeah,
it was beautiful. The parks are made to be used.
They take care of it. They take care of it. They take care of it. And the houses, some of the architecture that we saw in by the way, Guzgunchuk is not, it's where the locals go. So it's not a heavily tourist area, which was also cool. The housing and the architecture was cool over there.
And although
different
on the Asian side, it had a very European feel. When we were walking the streets, there was like this whole row of like restaurants and cafes, mostly with outside seating, and this is the first time I've ever been overseas, but from what I've seen, it had that European vibe of just, the outdoor dining and clean streets, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was cool. Now we go back. Wait, did we take the ferry back?
We took the ferry to Ketakoi.
We took the ferry because we went to Ketakoi, which was, where we took a picture with the bull.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it's supposed to be luck or something. Everybody does it. It looked like if you're in Chicago or something. I don't know. But it was fine. We didn't stay there too long, but it was cool. We walked around a little bit. I saw a cool little car that you can actually use as a backpack. And then, what else did we do there?
Ketakoi is more of
the party city.
Yeah, Guzgunchuk is more of a more reserved, quiet, really nice. But yeah, Ketakoi was more of a more nightlife, younger.
You live
people.
in Guzgunchuk and you go over to Ketakoi. That's what you do.
Right, that's what it was.
When you're done, you go back home and you have to deal with that. No.
Right.
But anyway, when we get back, so we're gonna take the train back toward our hotel. It happened to be the day where I think the two Turkish soccer team. Pay no attention to that. That's the dinosaur on the floor. That's Enzo snoring.
Gosh, it's loud.
But anyway, so we take the train back. On the train, I guess the soccer teams were just playing each other.
The people of Turkey take their sports extremely seriously.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. The football team. And I guess the team had won. So on the train, a bunch of what I'll call soccer hooligans, they are singing songs of praise with a lot of cursing.
It was like a chant.
It was a chant. And the whole train, the train was packed. There was only standing room, barely. And they are chanting all this stuff.
Jumping and singing.
Way.
Faces painted.
Insane. It was insane. But it was great. But it was insane. What they were saying, from what I understand, there's a lot of cursing in that. I don't know what they were saying. If you do, tell me in the comments. I wish I knew. I don't know. But it was cool to me to see that type of just I don't care atmosphere. It's kind of cool because the whole time I have been seeing a lot of scams and things like that, and I liked seeing the realness of it.
And that was just their love of their country and the love of the game, and it was very carefree.
And that's why I recorded it. I mean, you hear people say, "Oh, I think they're saying cuss words." I don't care. It was the nightlight, not the nightlight. It was the people. It like I say all the time, the people at the pulse. That's part of it. So whether it's bad, still a pulse. So it's alive. So okay, we get back to the hotel. What did we go get more to eat from that guy, or did we go someplace else this time? I don't remember. I think
that was. Oh wait.
I'm getting confused.
Yeah, I don't know what we ate that night.
I don't know what we ate either.
No, we went somewhere else. Oh wait.
Did we go to that place? There's a restaurant called Bambi.
I think that's where we went.
There's a restaurant called Bambi. Now, I don't know if they were serving Bambi. It wasn't that good though. But it was a restaurant, kind of fast food. Think of McDonald's, but cheaper. That's about it. It's like that.
I think that's where we ended up.
Yeah.
We did not eat well until our last day.
Oh, okay. So
We'll get to that.
that was the next day, because the next day we were meeting our guide again, but this time we were meeting more over by the Grand Bazaar because we were going to see the tea running, which is a big thing in Turkey. You know, people running around. Everybody gets tea, by the way, and they deliver it to you. Like especially if you work in the Grand Bazaar, or one of the stalls, or they deliver teas to you. They drink this all day.
And it was very cool to see them running around with the silver trays and full of
cool.
tea, and you know that it's kind of teetering back and forth, and they're maneuvering through the crowds. It was very cool.
It was cool. The train right over there. Excuse me. It was fairly easy.
And we did that ourselves.
Yeah.
When we went back the next day to meet our guide, instead of meeting us at the hotel, we met over in by the train station stop we had to get off at, where he left us the day before. So all by ourselves, we ventured out and we figured out, we remembered, or mostly him, I followed.
That was cool because now I got it locked in. I know, kind of. But anyway, during that episode, you'll see us. We look around a lot. We learn a lot about the tea. We go to the Egyptian spice bar. We walk through there. That was kind of cool. I had never really seen that. They had any kind of spice, any kind of tea you could possibly want, which is kind of cool.
Well, he stopped and he said, here's one of the tea making places. And it was a big place. He had the big thing, giant pot and everything. And he put on a little show for us, which is in the video. So you'll have to watch that. But what we didn't put in the video, which is on our Patreon only, is the full history. Like our guide literally stopped at like some stand before we went into the Spice Bazaar and gave us a full-on, 10 to 15 minute history of tea and why they drink tea and where it all came from and everything, and showed us all of the different pots and the teacups that they use and everything. And so if you want to watch that, check out our Patreon.
Yeah, that was kind of cool to get that info and that education. We also happened to be there. I forgot to tell you. So in Turkey, they have one of the largest camera
Oh my gosh,
malls
it was like he
I
died
have
and went to heaven.
Ever seen. 7 floors of cameras, lightings, microphones, whatever you could possibly want. Then they fix them there, everything. It is so unreal. 7 floors. Watch the video. This is a place I'm going to go back to, regardless, because their prices are okay. I had to get a new card anyway. The prices aren't bad. You're not going to get, look, you're not going to go in there and get what is it, A1 or whatever, for $400. It's not that way, because some of these are authorized dealers, but you will find a
Most
deal
of them are.
that is cheaper. Sometimes it's cheaper than what you get in the States. Sometimes it's not. I haven't figured that out. Why?
Yeah, but don't just go, because you got to factor your airfare in, and that's just way too much money.
Yeah, it costs money. Well, I don't know, that one camera is like, I don't know, maybe 9,000. It's crazy. But it was a cool camera store. Now, we did this on the way because we were on the tail end, which I didn't know. They have a tulip festival in Turkey. Mm-hmm. And we were on the tail end of that. So we got to go into the park and see all the different tulips that they had planted. And you'll see it. It's like it's very colorful, very cool.
There's a whole history about the tulips.
Yeah, it's great. It is great. I mean, if you just for aesthetically, for the beauty of it, if you ever get a chance, and if you're ever in Turkey during that time, just go and hang out in the park. It is really cool. We did go by. We went to the mosque.
Right, we went to a mosque.
Right, went to a mosque.
It was the one that is, I guess they call it a secret mosque because it's in that whole area of the Spice Bazaar. And there's like a little doorway that kind of shoots you out and up and around, and you go upstairs.
Yeah, you wouldn't know it unless you're looking for it.
Yeah, if you didn't know it was there, you would just walk right past it like we did.
Yeah, but it was cool. I liked it. They said that mosque inside was all blue, right? So it's more blue than the Blue Mosque.
Right.
That's what I understood. So I was like, all right. Didn't know what he meant when I walked in. I was like, oh wow, okay. Lots of blue.
But all the colors and all the tiles and all the carpet, everything means something.
Yeah.
Everything has a significance.
Which was really cool to learn about that as well. So, and that was hidden by the spice, the Egyptian spice bar. So it's kind of cool because we took you to a place that everybody doesn't know.
Right, we didn't take it to the big, mosques that everybody knows. We wanted to do something different.
We did walk by the big mosque. We had no choice.
We pointed it out.
Yeah, we said, oh, there it is. We weren't going in it, but you see it. Anyway, at that point, we kind of split from our guide because we were like, okay, we can find our way back, blah, blah, blah. Also a mistake, we got lost again.
We got lost looking for the bathroom?
We got lost. We were looking for a bathroom, but we got lost trying to get back to the Grand Bazaar or the Egyptian Spice.
Right.
We got lost doing that. We had to go down a hill and up a hill and across the street and up another hill. I don't know. I'm turned around, but
we just wanted to go back, and he wanted to go that way, so he took us that way.
Yeah.
And then we were like, okay, bye. And we had to figure out how to get back, and that took a while, but we did finally get back.
And we had to use the restroom.
Yeah.
Now here's where it gets interesting. Most of this episode, we're looking for a restroom. Keep in mind, everything we've eaten has been lackluster, and that's saying it nicely.
Yeah, and when you go away, that's like a big thing.
Yeah, try the food,
right.
Immerse yourself, do this, do that. It was, I would rather go into a McDonald's or a Burger King, which had a lot of Burger Kings in Turkey.
They did. I was surprised.
But looking for a bathroom, which was up the steps that was made for only mountain goats, and the bathroom was as small as a gym locker, we stumbled across authentic, good, dare I say great.
It was great.
Turkish food. It was amazing.
We weren't even going to stop there to eat. I guess they approached us and they said, oh, you want to sit down? I said, I need a bathroom. At this point, I wasn't even very cordial anymore. I was just like, I need a bathroom. Do you have a restroom? And he said, oh yeah, upstairs. So there's this spiral staircase, which is so rickety and so narrow and thin. We finally get up to the top, and then there is a bathroom, which is the size of like a high school gym locker.
Yeah.
We make it downstairs without falling and breaking our necks. And he's like, oh, you want to sit down? And it was such a quaint vibe. It was so cool and authentic.
I had to get off my feet anyway.
Yeah, so we were
My
like,
dogs
you know
are
what?
barking.
We need to eat. Okay. And I just loved the whole atmosphere. I felt completely immersed in my surroundings. Just the brick walls and the red velvet, plush seats and everything, and it was comfortable.
It was all cool, and the food was great.
And the food was the most surprising thing. It was amazing.
All we were going to do is sit down for a minute, maybe eat a little something and go. I think we ended up ordering way more because the food was good. We had free tea. They kept bringing us tea. They kept the only thing is bring cash because they don't do credit cards. I had to go get cash out of the machine, which is fine. Still not a lot for the meal.
Free tea, free baklava.
They were really great. Of course, Turkey has cats everywhere. You'll see that in the video. They're just cats. People take care of them, wherever they go. They're outside our hotel.
There's a whole other history about cats.
But we did that, and we had to get new luggage because this time we were we had bought things. So we couldn't just take the same luggage that we put because it wouldn't work. So this time we were smart about it. We bought 2 suitcases.
Yeah. Well, that one
and
suitcase,
you're able to pack them.
I had to sit on and kind of bounce while you we're trying to zip it. So we're trying to eliminate that because we did have more stuff. Not a lot more stuff.
We had enough.
But we already had difficulties, zipping that up.
But we bought 2 new suitcases, very cheap. They worked out great. Finally.
We left one in the hotel room that we didn't want.
They can do whatever they want to with it. So finally, something worked out that day.
Yeah, that was a good day.
And that was our last day. Remember, we had to catch a plane we had to leave the hotel at 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 4. No, we had to be at the airport at 4.
Oh God, we had to leave. Yeah,
our flight was at 6.
Yeah, we had to be at the airport by 4, so we left the hotel at 3 a.m. just to get to the airport. You can imagine this whole trip.
It might have even been
was
earlier.
A whirlwind. Now, would I like to go back and not have anything to do but relax? Yeah.
The Uber picked us up at 1:30 in the morning.
That's right.
So we never really slept.
We didn't get any rest, except on the plane.
Oh, we slept good on the plane.
We slept great. You would be surprised how, I don't want to say appreciative, how happy I was to land at LAX and something familiar. Was I afraid that our luggage was going to be lost again? Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little nervous.
But we found the luggage. I was like, oh, thank God. All I wanted to do was get home. But Turkey, beautiful place.
Absolutely.
Great people. Yeah. Finally, good food.
Mm-hmm.
Be on the lookout for that dental tourist trap. Just.
And I think that applies to any kind of.
Just be careful.
Medical tourism thing that's going on, because there's a lot of different procedures that you can have done in Turkey.
I saw somebody was getting hair plugs or whatever they were doing. And I was like, oh, that doesn't look good.
Yeah.
But whatever, to each their own. Would I go back to Turkey? Yeah. Would I get our guide or go to a dental place again? No.
No.
Would I stay in that hotel again? No.
No.
I would go back to the Grand Bazaar, but I would go back ready. Yeah. It'd be a different thing. This was new. I'd be ready. Let's do this. I'd stretch out and be ready to go. I would definitely, if I went back, I would stay in Guzgunchuk just because it's quieter. It's on the opposite end, and it reminds you of like a smaller town. The city is attached to one way, and you could look across see the city the other way. If you want to get involved in there, you can go across there by bus, by train, by car, by ferry. Mm-hmm. But you don't have to. Everything is where everything is there. So I kind of like that vibe. I would give Turkey, as a whole, between 1 and 10, I'd give it a 7. The people, good and bad, I give them a 9. And a 9. And I was treated very well, because there's a lot of rumors about racism and stuff. I was treated fine. I didn't catch any of that. So I don't know. What would you give? What would you give the trip with everything that happened?
So the overall experience.
4.
Okay. Wow.
But what would you give Turkey, the country, as a whole?
I was a little disappointed when we first got there, because I didn't realize we were in the business district. I wish that would have been communicated where the 2 hotels were, because the Holiday Inn that we thought, I'm gonna go to Holiday Inn, was in more of a city area, and that would have been much more conducive to walking around and seeing things rather than the business district. But the place itself is beautiful. There's lots of things that I had never seen before, and I would give it an 8. The overall experience with all the hardships and the BS that we had to go through, let's just say a little bit lower.
What do you give the people?
People, I'd say a 9. And that's only that 1% I'm knocking it down is probably the pushy people. the dense pop people that brought it down, and the really pushy people at the Grand Bazaar. I know we're all trying to make a living, but some of them were just overly aggressive.
Way aggressive.
Yeah.
But if you get a chance, definitely put this on your bucket list. Go to Turkey just to experience it, because it is fun. People are, for the most part, very accommodating, and
there's nowhere else you can go. You can say, I've been to 2 continents on the same day.
Right. That's the only place that I know of that the country is split between 2 continents.
Right.
So that's a kind of cool thing within itself. Mm-hmm. But if you do go, be ready for everything. Ready for lost luggage, ready for the Grand Bazaar, ready for hotels not accommodating you like they should. And be ready to go searching for real, well, I don't know, maybe it was better in where the Holiday Inn was.
Yeah,
but
I think
where we
that's...
were, no.
It was a business district, so it was a lot of street food. It was not, a lot of sit-down
It
places.
wasn't that. I would have rather, if that was, it's just like living in LA. It wasn't that big of a deal. But definitely if you find traditional food, that's a gold mine. Turkish food is very good.
It was very good.
It's very good. But if I had a chance to go back there, I'll do it again, and we'll show you, but it'll be more of a vacation style. As far as where we're going next, I don't know. We have plans in here.
I'll say, what are our plans?
To go to Greece at some point, to show you around, and also go to China, mainland China, and maybe do a trip there. And at some point, we're going to take you to the UK, just because I want to go. Hopefully you guys will go with me.
But in the meantime, we'll be roaming around different places in California, going to different events. So
you never know where we'll go next. And
we'll
just to let you know, no, I haven't gotten my teeth fixed yet. That's still on the calendar. If you guys know of anybody that does great all-on-4 procedures and stuff like that, that does not charge me, hundreds of thousands of dollars, let me know. Put it in the comments. I'll give them a call and go and get it done. We'll put everything on film, of course, because the original plan was to document this whole journey. And we did. We documented everything. Just didn't work out the way we wanted to. And sometimes life throws you a curveball that night. That's fine. So,
just throw a comment down anyway. Let us know you're out there. Let us know you're watching. Just say hi. We'll say hi back.
So, if you made it this far in the video, comment something like, "Den Spa sucks." You'll be one of the few that lives, that made it to the end of this video, and we'll send you something and let you know secret plans of what's coming up next and things like that. And be on the lookout for our channel, because there's a contest coming up, as you know. If you haven't, check out our channel, check out our posts. You'll be cued into the contest and what we're giving away and the consolation prize. But until then,
become a part of our inner circle.
Yeah, we have an inner circle. Don't mistake that for a cult. It's just an inner circle. You can get in and out as you please. Subscribe if you like this video. Give us thumbs up. If you don't like this video, give us thumbs up twice. Okay, so that's it for us. We will we'll talk to you again on our next adventure, and we'll see you soon. Anything else?
No. I think we're all turkeyed out.
We're all turkeyed out. Turkey everywhere, but not a bite to eat. All right.
Turkey A.
See you
Turkey
later,
A.
guys.
Turkey A.